Hi, I'm John Mayer. In this video, what I'm going to talk about is your most successful approach to discipline in your family. You know, over the years, when I introduce myself as a psychologist, especially one that specializes in teens and family issues, I inevitably get the, "Oh, wow, teens, they're so difficult," or, "Oh, wow, I'm glad you're doing that," or, of course, I get, "Can you help me with this or that or the other thing?" Our approach to dealing with family discipline, and especially problems in the teenage and tween ages, is often just a scary hands-off. I don't really want to deal with it. I'm going to talk in this video about changing that approach to be more successful as a parent, because I think this is a fundamental step in establishing discipline in your family. It's so important that I'm going to dedicate this entire video to setting up this approach. Then in another one, I'm going to talk to you about what I call my power tools of family discipline. So look for that video as well. Well, let's start with your approach. First of all, it should be positive, it should be strong, and it should be businesslike. It's a term I'm using all the time when I deal with families in my office. Be businesslike. Think about it. Many of you, of course, are working parents. Think about how you treat your colleagues at work. Would you scream and yell and get all frustrated and angry at them if they're not cooperating in a work project? No. You would find a cooperative and collaborative way in which to communicate with them so the project gets done. It's important to do that same approach with your children. Businesslike. I often tell parents that come into my office, that should be across your forehead constantly as a parent, a business-like attitude. The other thing that I bristle at often is that parents lose sleep or they're fretting about a discipline action that they established. They think they're too tough or they feel guilty about it. And I often chuckle and say to them, "You're not the one being punished or disciplined and having those consequences. Why are you so worried and upset about it?" Another really maybe gimmicky or funny technique I use is I remind parents about the very early days of their parenting with a child. Remember when that child was a tiny little infant and you just brought them home and they pooped in their pants, and that little poop that they made was smelly and green and purpley and orangey, and you wondered, wow, this can't be right, this is a mess. Now, did you approach that as a parent by spanking your child or getting frustrated or upset with that child? Or did you just clean it up because that was your parental duty and just say, this is what we're supposed to do? You didn't lose sleep over it. You might have called your pediatrician and asked, is that crazy color that's coming out normal? Or is it something we should be worried about? But then you had the confidence to go on and do your parental duty. You didn't fight against it. You didn't get upset about it. You were businesslike in your parental duty. Now, our kids do similar messes as they get older. It's ugly, it's sometimes disgusting, it smells, it looks funny, but they're doing the same kinds of things they did when they were tiny. And our job again is to clean up those messes again. This time they're different. This time sometimes their language comes out different, and it can be more upsetting. But your job as a parent is to do the same kind of strong, confident parenting that you did when they were tiny. And to be positive about it, just like you were positive then. You didn't get angry, you didn't get upset, you didn't cry over the messes that your child made. Don't cry over these messes now. Be strong. be positive. Now, when you adapt this approach, what happens is the child feels safe and they feel your confidence, and they can go on and behave in the ways that you want. So you see how important this attitude is as a parent. I urge you to check your attitude, be positive, be strong, and your parenting will be successful. I'm John Mayer.